Hey everyone, how's it going? Solomon Christ here with another video. This one is our Go High Level project. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using AI and automation with N8N and Go High Level, and we're going to be doing it with a real world use case. That's right. We're partnering up with an actual business, Modern Image Atlanta. It's a digital document management company over in Atlanta, Georgia, and they've been kind enough to be part of this entire step-by-step process as we go over how to use Go High Level, AI, automation, and the whole entire thing, helping a business owner in a real-world situation going from 1x to potentially a lot higher. Whatever that is, maybe it's 2x, maybe it's 5x. We don't know until we actually do it. And the beauty of this entire thing is that we're going to do this live with all of you at home. This video is a series of videos to really show you what Go High Level is capable of and what you'll be able to do with AI and automation and N8N all mixed together. So if you're excited to join me on this journey, let's dive right in. All right, so here we are in High Level, and it is a very powerful sales and marketing tool that's being used by so many businesses day in, day out. So some of the features that High Level has include its very own CRM, an entire funnel system where you could capture, nurture, and close actual, leads as they come in. Your own website builder inside of there where you can actually, get those leads to come in. You can nurture them, turning them into customers. And there's several different ways that you can actually do this, from phone, SMS, social media, and several more. They have a fully automated calendar booking system, which can, book calls or schedule appointments. The goal of High Level is to help you to close more deals. Thus, you'll be able to manage your workflows, your pipeline, collect customer payments, and even, go into analytics and reporting. Now, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using AI functionality within Go High Level and going out into N8N and going back and forth between the two worlds to try and take things to the next level. The nice thing about High Level is it replaces a lot of different tools. You're going to be able to replace your WordPress, your HubSpot, MailChimp, several other tools that you're probably paying for monthly. High Level is going to be able to save you a lot more and get results. And I mean, that's the key is, we're using so many different apps, and that's the whole point of AI and automation is to reduce that, app overload and basically connect things up. When you're using AI and automation, that's exactly what we do. So now Go High Level features, a few different plans here. You got a starter and unlimited plan. So one of the strengths of High Level is that they give you a whole bunch of tools to help you to capture, nurture, and close leads. That's their main thing, is to be able to take the leads that you've got and convert them. And so with our actual business use case today, the actual case study with Modern Image Atlanta, we're going to be taking some of their past customers who, they've not been able to interact with for quite some time. And we're going to see if we can actually put them through the entire system to convert them to eventual business again. Now, they feature a lot of different tools within Go High Level, such as a CRM. They've got a marketing automation system, a website builder, and many other internal tools that are all interconnected there. When we actually integrate N8N and AI and automation along with this, you're going to be able to take things to a higher level. One of the nice functionalities within Go High Level is that it's actually got a consolidated chat system. So what that means is that, and you can actually see it right here, it goes through email, SMS, WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, all the reviews. It puts it all together into one chat stream. So that's really, really helpful, especially when you're dealing with clients and customers. And you'll get to see it as we actually dive in. Now, numbers don't lie. If you actually see here, there's over 2 million businesses using Go High Level every single day. Over 1.37 billion monthly messages are sent, 194 million monthly leads, 19 million monthly conversations. So, this goes to show you how powerful this entire tool is. And, I'm really excited that the Go High Level team has reached out to work with us. And, we're going to do our best to showcase how we can use Go High Level with AI and automation with this actual client. All right, so now let's actually go over the client's needs. So when you're working with a customer, the first thing we want to understand is, the customer journey. What's going on with the customer? And so right now, when it comes to Modern Image Atlanta, let's first define what their business is. So Modern Image Atlanta is a document and media scanning company in Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States. So they specialize in taking physical documents, whether it's photos, it could be videos, it could be actual paper documents, and then digitizing them and converting them. And so we're going to be starting off with customers that they actually know. And that is a very important, key here when you're actually dealing with, sending any form of, marketing or promotional emails. You're starting off with people and customers that you know. You're not just going to go and buy some random list. You're going to start off with actual customers that you've worked with, because at the end of the day, they're going to know who you are. They already, like you, they trusted you enough to work with you. In this case here, over the past 15 years, these are actual clients and customers of this incredible company in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, for this specific client, there are different sources of data that they need to go through. So they've got leads inside of their accounting systems, in their billing systems. They've got leads from their CRM systems where they've actually worked with customers, and any of their lead gen systems where they actually, got connected to that lead by some other person. That could be a referral, and so on. So these are actual, not ice cold leads. These are like properly warm leads or people that they've actually worked with. So they already have a business connection with them. So now our business owner here, his name is David McDonough. He's an incredible gentleman, and his entire team at Modern Image Atlanta, they are, some of the most incredible people around. So now they've got an email list of about 2,000 plus emails. Okay, so that's what we were able to collect. And I'm going to go over kind of how we're going to start cleaning that up. And this client here, David, has sent me over the list that we're going to be working with. And so it's a shared document that, I'm working with the client on. And so what I'm going to do, of course, for privacy reasons, I'm hiding all of that, all of the actual information that deals with anyone directly. However, what I am going to share are some of the column headings and things like that in the actual spreadsheet, so you get an idea of what I'm doing before we actually go ahead and actually, start sending emails out. The first step is we need to clean the list. And cleaning the list is a really important part of any form of data analysis or any form of AI or, systems that you're going to start putting things into. In this case here, we need to get the data ready to go into GoHighLevel. Now, specifically, what I would recommend is not putting everything right into GoHighLevel in one shot. In fact, what we want to do is take it one step at a time. We're going to start off with 100 of the 2,000 plus emails and make sure that we first build out all the workflows, all the systems, go through everything before we start adding in more emails to work with. All right, so here we are here now. And as you can see, I've actually hidden the actual data itself. All right, but what's happening here is at the very top, I'm actually showing you all of the column headings here. And, we've got the full name of the person, the email, phone numbers, the company name. We have another item, which, a set of columns which have like no data in them. And then we've got a billing address, a shipping address, LinkedIn, and then two specific columns here. One is, do we add it to marketing? And two, is it actually approved? And so what that is going to do is it's going to tell us now, when I actually am going to select those 100 or whatever emails I'm going to use, I have to get it approved by the client. In this case, it's, David, who's going to be the one who has to go through it and say, yep, that's good. Let's start with that. So this is called COUNTIF. It's a specialized command here. It's going to go through a range of cells, and basically it's going to check if the cell is empty. And if it is, well, we really don't want to have an empty column. And so we should get rid of any columns that are basically 0 in size. All right, so I'm going to start off with that. And so I'm going to remove this column here. So there we go, delete this column. And then I'm going to remove this column F over here as well. All right, so we've started that sort of the cleaning. The next sort of cleaning that I want to do is I want to look for items that have no emails at all or no data at all that I can go from. Now, here's the thing. If I've actually got names or some additional information, we can use something called clay.com. So now clay.com is a specialized AI. And what this does is it goes to over 100 plus different sources to see if it can find data. And so that could be, maybe I've got the name of a client. Maybe I've got some of their information, but I don't have their email. The nice thing is that it will actually go out there and it'll try and find that email. So if you're missing a few emails, you can actually come inside of Clay and you can actually go in and just type in the information that you have, and it'll try and find that for you. You can import the list as well. In this case here, that's the first round of cleaning up that we're going to do. Is if I've got some named information, that's fine. If I don't have their email, then I'm going to throw it into Clay and see if I can find that. If not, and if, no matter what, I can't find their email or anything like that, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove those rows so that we can actually skip those for now. What we're going to do in our specific scenario is we're going to choose 100 actual leads here to actually put into the GoHighLevel campaign. So that's what we're going to do next. So I'm going to go through that right now and I'm going to finalize that. So once I've cleaned the data, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be selecting at random 100 of those contacts. From there, I'm going to send them in for approval from the client. And the reason why we want to do this is, David probably knows, what's going on with the actual contacts. Maybe there's a customer that, is already, a lead that's already a customer that doesn't need to hear the message, right? It's probably not supposed to be in the list. There's so many different reasons why you want to get the client's approval before you actually say, hey, I'm just going to go and put this into the entire list to test out. So once we actually get those approvals back, from there, we'll be able to then export that list into a CSV format. And then from there, we're going to sign up to GoHighLevel and set up our account. And once we actually set up the actual GoHighLevel account, we're going to import that first list into GoHighLevel to begin the actual, creation and testing process of the actual workflows. All right. So at this point now, once you actually go out and you get the approval, you get the list of 100, let's go ahead and actually start preparing to actually get these actual lists output from Google Sheets to a CSV file. All right, so here we are. I've created a sheet called First Run. That's going to be the list of 100. And what we're going to do is we're going to export this from Google Sheets by hitting File, Download, and then the one that we want to export to is a CSV file. All right, so now we've got that ready to go as a CSV file. Our next item is to actually sign up for GoHighLevel, set up the basics of GoHighLevel, and then import that first list in. Now we're just going to get to, in this video, signing up for GoHighLevel and just setting up the basics. After that, you have to wait for the next video before we continue to the next step. All right, so now let's actually do the sign up portion of GoHighLevel. So what you're going to do here is you're going to come to GoHighLevel.com, or you're going to click on the actual affiliate link below. And thank you so much for that. It actually supports my channel here. So what's going to happen is once you actually get to that point where you're actually going to sign up, you're going to see this screen here to actually follow through in the instructions. So go ahead and type in your company information, your full name, your email, and your phone number. Then you're going to go to step 2. In step 2, it's going to ask you to sign up for a plan, and you can choose a starter or the unlimited plan. And then once you enter your information, you can actually sign up for the 14-day trial. So once you've set up your GoHighLevel and you've actually, created the account, when you come back into the back end here, this is what you're going to see. On the left side, there's a lot of different options, including your dashboard, conversations, calendars, contacts, opportunities, and payments. After that, there's AI agents, marketing, automation, sites, memberships, media storage, reputation, reporting, and even an app marketplace. At the very bottom left, there's a settings panel. And so if you go ahead and click on that, you're going to be able to set up a lot of different things. I highly recommend going through this entire section and setting up all the basics of your business. So that's the first video in a set of videos that's going to be there to teach you how to use GoHighLevel with end-to-end, with AI and automation on a real client use case. Make sure to subscribe to follow along to see the upcoming videos as we actually continue through and see this client from the beginning to the very end as we take them step by step using AI, automation, end-to-end, and GoHighLevel all together in one to take this client to the next levels. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.